Welcome, yogis. Happy Monday. Thank you for joining me here tonight in our bedtime yoga routine. I am Nikki, for anybody that is new. I welcome you here to your space tonight. I hope it is comfortable. I hope you feel safe. Create a space for yourself that feels peaceful. Your goal tonight is just to relax. Find your happy space. This time is meant for you and you alone. We can only serve others in this world if we serve ourselves first. So, that being said, create a safe space for yourself to relax fully and fully drop into this experience tonight. One caveat to tonight's bedtime series is that some of these poses towards the end of our small yoga session before our guided imagery does tend to be a little bit risky for people that have had any sort of fusion, neck issues, or back issues. So when we do get into pose 12, 13, and 14, do approach with caution. And if you need to just take space on your mat, just get comfortable and go ahead and just skip those poses. That's okay too. Following those poses, we will go into a deep guided imagery, and I hope you enjoy the experience. All right, let's begin. Go ahead and come to the end of your mat. With your seat right over your heels into hero pose. Roll your shoulders back. Take a deep inhale. And from here forward, you focus on your breath and you just mindlessly fall into the poses that I cue for you. Roll your shoulders back. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through pursed lips. Let us begin. 3 deep breaths in each pose. Inhale and exhale. Begin to become aware of your breath. And on your next exhale, prepare for your next pose. Inhale, raise your arms. Exhale, tight core, forward fold into child's pose. Breathe here. On your next inhale, soar your chest forward, drop your hips to the ground for upward dog. Inhale, tall chest. And on your next exhale, soar back to hero pose, sliding your palms back behind your heels. Allow your palms to find the earth and push your hips forward into a camel pose and hold. For one breath, drop your hips down. Recenter to find yourself on your seat and take a butterfly pose. Go ahead and hook your feet with your palms, allowing your knees to find a comfortable space. Roll your shoulders back to keep your chest tall. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Allow your arms to drop down around to the ground. Breathe here. Remember that with every exhale we take in a pose, we can allow ourselves to push a little farther into the pose, a little deeper into our stretch, oxygenating those muscles. On your next inhale, come up to a seated position. Allow yourself to take a crisscross applesauce pose. Inhale, raise your arms, and exhale, turn to the right, twisting your spine. Grab your knee and hold your twist. Inhale, exhale, push farther into your spinal twist. Our twisting poses detoxify our visceral organs. Wonderful poses to take before bed. On your next inhale, rise your arms, exhale to the left, twist, hook your knee and push for extra twisting. Inhale, exhale, push farther into your twist. Hold, hold. On your next inhale, unravel with one more arm raise and exhale, arms down. Next, come to the center of your mat with your seat, allowing room for both arms and legs to be stretched out wide. And go ahead and grab both of your knees, rock back on your spine, and slowly allow your legs to drop down to the floor. We will take a deeper spinal twist at this point. Go ahead and rise your left knee to the sky. Take your right arm, grab that knee, twist, and look to your left, allowing for a deeper detoxifying twist. Breathe intentionally. And on your next inhale, reverse sides, right knee to the left hand, twist to the left, look to the right. Try and keep shoulders square on the ground for a deep twist, allowing the hip to come up off of the ground. Breathe deep. Push farther into your twist upon exhale. On your next inhale, come back to center, match your knees above your hips. Place both hands on your knees and pull your knees into your chest, allowing for a compression pose. Your neck should be neutral. You should have a neutral spot on the ceiling that you're watching, or your eyes should be closed. Find your knees with your hands and rotate your sacral joint along the floor, massaging out the low back pain that we experience on a daily basis. Find both directions for rotation. Maybe your body needs front to back or side to side. Rotate as needed. Take time here. Maybe pull your legs in close to your chest for an extra deep compression, opening the lower spine. And then come to find your feet flat on the floor, below you on the earth. Find your neck in a neutral position, hands by your sides, palms on the earth. Raise into a bridge by raising your hips and making a perfect line from your knees all the way to your shoulders. We now begin our inversion poses. To begin the practice that will help us fall deep within REM sleep tonight. Hold here for another 2 breaths. It should not feel taxing, but effortless. And on your next exhale, slowly place 1 vertebrae at a time down on your mat, curling your sacral area to where the tailbone touches down very last. And again, on your next inhale, rise to a bridge and hold for 2 breaths. Start to feel the warmth in your shoulders, your neck, and your head, up into your scalp. Start to feel the warmth of the blood flow change directions. And slowly place 1 vertebrae again at a time until you reach your tailbone. Now transition please to a wall if you can, or somewhere with a seat where you can prop your legs up. Move so slowly. Take your time transitioning to your wall or your bedside. Your goal in this pose is to place your seat vertically against the surface you've chosen with your legs straight up the wall. Take time here and relax, breathing deep as you are close to your guided imagery in your meditation for tonight. Feel the warmth from your legs drain down. Start to become really in tune with everything that your body is doing right now. The next several poses could be difficult and or risky, so please approach with caution. Listen to your body and only try something that you feel fully comfortable with. Take as long as you need with your legs inverted. Stay here forever for the rest of the poses if you'd like. If you'd like to try the next 2 advanced moves, I do encourage you to follow me then. Otherwise, continue to breathe. Our next pose will be an inversion heels to heaven pose. So I'd like you to use the surface you propped your legs up on to kick 1 leg up and then the next. Catch yourself with your own hands right on your hip bones. And now we are in our first advanced inversion pose. Let's breathe here for 3 deep breaths. Focus on yourself. On your next exhale, we'll proceed to the plow, but proceed with caution. Drop those toes to the ground if you can. You should not feel pressure on your neck. Breathe deep in your plow. Your neck should be neutral. You should not turn your head. Just exist in your plow. On your next exhale, if you'd like to take the final, most advanced pose, drop those knees on either side of your ears. Turn the palms of your tops of your feet to the floor and hold here. If you feel any sort of pressure on your neck, then this is not a pose for you tonight in this space, and that's okay. Go ahead and roll right out of it. However, if you feel comfortable here, stay here for 3 breaths. Take as long as you'd like. Control yourself out of your plow when you're ready to find yourself in corpse pose. When we take corpse pose, we want to take the most comfortable space and pose we can possibly take. So find yourself rolling your shoulders back and down, almost to where the surface you're on holds your shoulders down away from your ears, creating a longer neck, less tension. Allow your palms to fall upward. Allow your feet to fall outward. Readjust your sacral area so that your low back is comfortable. Maybe even grab a fluffy pillow. Take time now to find your perfect corpse pose. The guided will begin shortly. Your only job from this point forward is to leave your eyes closed and safe space on your mat, comfortable and complete. Allow yourself to be fully vulnerable and comfortable in this space you've created for yourself tonight. I hope you've transitioned to the most comfortable space you can. Maybe you're now in your bed. Maybe you're on the floor next to your bed. Wherever is most comfortable and distraction-free. Allow your body just to melt into the surface you're on. Allow your attention to gently come into the body and allow your attention to return to the flowing of your breath. You are now experiencing the sense of the body as a whole, simply lying there, extended and breathing. When you feel ready, picture in your mind's eye the image of a lake. Perhaps a lake that you know well and frequent, or one that you've seen in a photograph, or an imaginary lake for that matter. Just seeing if you can bring that image into vivid focus in your mind's eye. See if you can accomplish that now. Notice how it's an extended body of water, held in a depression of the Earth's surface, and perhaps fed by a stream, which is perhaps fed by snow. If you watch and observe the lake carefully,
you'll notice that it's always changing, isn't it? And yet it's also always itself. It changes as the sun moves across the sky. The light is reflected off the water in different ways. It changes depending on the weather. Sometimes, on very calm days, the surface might be like glass and reflect virtually everything with great precision that comes by. Clouds, birds, the trees that might surround the lake, the sun as it makes its journey across the sky each day, and for that matter, the moon and the stars at night. So there are times when the lake is extremely reflective and contains, in a certain way, everything that comes by or over it. In different periods of time, that same surface might be choppy or roiled, and sometimes quite pronounced in the waves. In which times the light might sparkle off the waves in different waves, like a myriad of jewels. Of course, the lake changes through the seasons, much like ourselves. In the winter, depending on its location, it might actually be frozen over, or at least the surface. Through day and night, and through the seasons, and through the years, the lake is constantly changing. But always is its own essential nature. Let's see if we can't invite the lake to become a co-extensive with our own body lying here, so that our body becomes the lake itself. We also feel held and embraced as we lie here, aware of the many ways in which our own mind is like the surface of the lake, sometimes highly reflective, but sometimes choppy. Getting in touch with the sense of the entirety of the lake, the full body of water, not only in the surface, but in the stillness below. As we lie here, just experiencing the fullness of our own being, so that even at times when our mind is choppy and upset or reactive, or dealing with difficult things, we can drop down beneath the surface of our own mind's waves and find a stillness and a calmness that's always here and always available to each of us, with each moment, with each breath. And certainly when we come, create a space and lie down in this way that we've chosen tonight. Say to yourself now, in your mind's eye, I am good. I am good. Lying here under the canopy of our vast awareness, experiencing the moment-to-moment changes in the body, the sensations you feel now, the thoughts you have now, feelings, impulses, sounds, all the while lake-like, just simply lying here, watching the play of the weather, of the mind and body, just as the lake. You're lying here, allowing yourself the awareness to hold it all, moment by moment, breath by breath, in our own fullness, in our own completeness, moment by moment. The good in me sees the good in you. Please take the rest of this time for yourself. Namaste and sleep well.